It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Joe Mixon. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
From just off the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. Down the numbers, there he goes. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Down to about the 37. If you look at this Browns defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow, hard throw, incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Burrow will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. First carry for Nick Chubb. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. To throw is Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. The Browns send out their punter now. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Burrow on play action. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Watson. That is caught, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Watson on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Again, it's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun on third, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow, chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. 3rd and 2, Watson. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now Watson. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Chubb running to the wide side. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, he stays up, shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
On first down, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku from 10 yards out. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. His throw incomplete. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We just watched a strong first half from quarterback Deshaun Watson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time,
The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Mixing up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. On 1st down, it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Chubb running right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Watson looks to throw again. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Watson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Burrow looking to pass. And a quick throw here that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counterpunched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive, a touchdown run here late in the third quarter.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the 50, it's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Chubb will get the call running left. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to pull one over his head as this game progresses.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now it's Burrow.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now is the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. Fights through him. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
At the 2-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
As good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 15. A minute 54 on the clock. And their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Throwing, Burrow. That is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory. And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Browns, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.